Welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads. I hope you're doing well. And no, that is not clickbait on the thumbnail. This is a daddy-daughter book haul. And let me set the stage for you. So Carly and I were on a daddy-daughter date, running some errands, picking up some things, and we stopped by one of our favorite bookshops and their friend shop, bookshop at the Champaign Public Library, and they had some deals, and we both scored some great books, and we want to tell you about them. On the way home, I told Carly, you need to record your own kind of video, and I will kind of merge it with mine, and we'll do kind of a two-part kind of book haul thing. And so that's what we're doing. I also, before we get started, and before I give you Carly and then finish with my haul, I want to talk about some book mail that I got as well. And so I got some mail that I wanted to combine with this as well. I got it from one of my subscribers, Eric Henderson, really long-term subscriber, sent me a couple books that he had, and I've opened it just so I can get it out without showing you the address information. I know what one of them is, but I don't know what the other one is because we've been sharing emails. But oh yes, and so I got two books from Eric. One is an Elmore Leonard, The Bounty Hunters. He noticed I had a couple of these editions in mass market paperback of his Westerns, and The Bounty Hunters is one I didn't have. And then, yes, A Savage Place by Robert B. Parker. It's a Spencer novel. Yeah, fantastic Spencer novel. Look at the cover of that. That's epic. And yeah, this is Spencer number 8. I had to look it up real quick, which is why I paused the video, because yeah, this is an incredible, great condition book, and I just love that cover. That is really cool. So Eric, thank you very, very much. I also sent Eric a book as well, and that he has been trying to find. And so it's nice to kind of give gifts with people. And so really appreciate it. Eric, again, thank you. And now we are going to go and watch Carly give her book haul and information about the book she picked up. So stick around.
All right. Welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads. So I am his daughter, Carly, and I have some book haul books from the Friendship Bookstore, and these are all for my classroom. So I'll show you what I got. First, we got a Who Was book about Abraham Lincoln, the Declaration of Independence. We also have Eleanor Roosevelt. There's one more. What is the Statue of Liberty? So those are really good books that I like personally from when I was in school. So I know a lot of my students have been reading them, so I'm really excited about those. And then I also have an adventure book, The Last Kids on Earth, which is really cool, really exciting. And then we have Spooky Sleuths. I needed some more mystery for my library as well. Numbers in Motion. I have a lot of kids who like math and reading about math. Then I got Minty, which is a really good story as well. And then I have Satchel Paige. And then I got a bunch of level readers for my students who struggle with reading and need a little bit lower level just to practice with me. So they're really short as well, so I can use them to practice reading with them. And then I was really, really excited about these comics that I found. We have The Flash, Iron Hearts. This one's kind of newer looking, Slam. And then I also have Anita Blake, Catwoman, and another Iron Heart. And then last, I'm really excited about this one. It looks really cute. MVP. A lot of my students are in a transition from picture books to chapter books, so this one does have pictures in the chapter book. So I'm really excited to open up that transition for them. So thank you. That was quick. That was short, straight to the point. And thank my videographer, my roommate, Cameron.
And so that was Carly, my daughter, her first time doing a book haul. And I thought that was really, really cool. I'm really glad that she did that. When she sent it to me later that evening, I was like, yeah, this works as a concept, because I didn't know if this is going to work, and I think it's great. And so now I'm going to give you my book haul, and then I will give you kind of in totality what we spent. And yeah, it wasn't much. She got half off for being an educator. I got half off for being a member. So the deals were incredible. Already marked down plus an additional half off. I mean, you couldn't pass it up. And I was very selective. As you know, I've been hauling a lot over the course of the last year, and the room is just full of books. And so I was really selective about the books I got, but I was amazed by how much I got. And I took a chance on something over here that we'll talk about in a minute. And so let's dive right in. Anytime I go and I see CJ Box, I grab it, especially if it's one that I don't have already. I've not read any of the Joe Pickett's, but I'm collecting them, thinking that I'm going to like these a lot. And yeah, I think I'm up to like 7 or 8 of them now. And I'm still looking for number 1, and I'll probably just have to buy it off thrift books. So I'm never finding book 1 yet, but I'm collecting all the rest in mass market paperbacks. So pick this up, Long Range. I also went and looked at some of the other authors, and I was looking at specifically Joyce Carol Oates, and I'm glad that I did because I don't see a lot of these in this Fringe Shop bookshop, but I found a hard case crime, and it was by Joyce Carol Oates. It is The Triumph of the Spider Monkey. It's in this trade paperback, really great condition. Yeah, you can't pass these things up for what I paid. I think I paid $1 for that. I also paid $1 for this. It's a book I don't know much about, but I know a lot of people talk about it and a lot of people like it. And it is Demon Copperhead by Barbara King Solver. Yeah, really, really cool. I couldn't pass it up for $1. It's in great condition with the dust jacket. Yeah, $1. And so I couldn't have grabbed these next 2 books any faster because honestly, when it comes to like my process when it comes to going to a used store and checking out books, whether it's a Barnes and Noble or it's a used store in general, this is kind of my process. I always go to fantasy and sci-fi first because I feel like thrillers and the newest stuff, there's going to be a plethora of those books. But when it comes to vintage sci-fi or sci-fi in general or fantasy, that's where it becomes a little more selective. There's not a lot, especially used. And so when I saw these 2, I couldn't have put them in my basket any quicker. And they are by Cixin Liu, translated by Ken Liu. This is book 2 and 3, the sequel and the conclusion to the 3-body problem, which I already have in these big trade paperbacks by Tor. Yeah, $1 each. These things are incredible. But yeah, you got Death's End and The Dark Forest, number 2 and number 3. I couldn't pick these up any faster. I was so psyched that I got these. I mean, $2. I mean, it's incredible. Another little story with this one. This is a book that I knew I was going to get at one point, but I was waiting. Like most stuff, when it originally comes out in hardback, I kind of wait for it to come out in paperback or wait long enough to where the hardback editions are sold at a used store or at thrift books for like $5. And I actually had this in my thrift books cart to order, and I'm glad I waited because I got it for $1. And it is Safe Enough and Other Stories by Lee Child. This is a collection of short stories by Lee Child. It's one of the last things that he's written. But yeah, there's a whole plethora of short stories. I am super excited about this. And it's Mylard, and I got it for $1. This is off the shelves of the Champaign Public Library. So it's a great edition, and I am super excited I got this for $1. I also got this for $1, and it had a little treasure inside of it. But it is The Children of Hurin by J.R.R. Tolkien, another book that I've wanted to read for a long, long time. Really cool edition, even it's in trade paperback because it has some color photos in it as well, some illustrations, and I thought that was really, really cool. I'm going to show you another one. Yeah, but also I found in it too, I found a bookmark, and it is from pals.com, Sell Us Your Books. which was just left in there. I'm always interested when people leave stuff in books, but yeah, really, really cool. I even like the illustrations on some of the chapters. But yeah, really great edition. Can't pass that up for $1. I saw Robert B. Parker and I grabbed this one. This is Poodle Springs by Raymond Chandler and Robert B. Parker. Now, this is when Chandler died, he left behind the first 4 chapters of this Philip Marlowe book, and Robert B. Parker finished the novel for him, which is why his name is on here as well. But yeah, really cool little hardback in great condition. You know, the dust jacket's in pretty good condition, but I mean, the pages and everything is in really good order. Yeah, really excited. Poodle Springs of Philip Marlowe. I also saw this and grabbed it. This, I think, was like 50 cents. I think I got this for 50 cents. And I think I actually got the other paperback editions at 50 cents as well. Even the Tolkien book was 50 cents, I believe. King Solomon's Mines. And so this is King Solomon's Mines is narrated by Alan Quartermain, an adventurer who has been trading, hunting, fighting, and mining for the greater part of his 55 years. At the beginning of the story, he lists 4 reasons why his history has been written. The first reason is because Sir Henry Curtis and Captain John Good asked him to write an account of his venture the 3 had experienced in their search for Sir Henry's brother. It's interesting. It's got different tales that are probably all interconnected through the character. And so really cool. This is by H. Rider Haggard. King Solomon's Mines. Really excited about that. I found this really nice, super nice John D. McDonald for $1. Barrier Island. This thing is incredible. And it's even the dust jacket is just immaculate. This is a book club edition, and it's by Knopf Books. The paper, it doesn't even look like it's ever been read. I think this has probably sat somewhere or been in a crate or something, because the paper is even plush. There's nothing's bent. It's not out of order. Even the dust jacket is perfect. But yeah, really cool. Barrier Island, John D. McDonald. And so I got those books, and then I took another dive on a mystery bag of David Baldacci. Yeah, $2 for this huge bag of books, which I'm going to open now. Whenever I see these, here is my thought process. I got several Baldaccis up there. Some of them are in great shape. Some of them are in terrible shape. I don't really care. It's Baldacci. He's a thriller. I want him in the paperback, but I can tell there's hardbacks in here too. But I just grabbed it at $2. Even if I've got duplicates, if I can upgrade them, so be it. And then I'll take the worst copy and give it to a free shop and whatnot. Or if I don't have copies, then I gain books. So yeah, this is incredible. And so let's get started. I've got Our Game by David Baldacci. I've got a trade paperback of The Guilty. The Whole Truth in paperback, which I just got the hardback, but I got a paperback copy now. Split Second. I don't think I have. I got a bunch of hardbacks. In-game without the dust jacket for Logan at Novel Insights. He would love that. Ooh, I've been wanting this one. Mylar copy of David Baldacci, A Calamity of Souls. Wow, really excited about that. Holy crap, they gave me 2. They gave me 2. I got a hardback copy of The 620 Man. I got a hardback copy of The Guilty, which I got trade paperback. And I've got a hardback copy of Walk the Wire. And so, yeah, I got a bunch of David Baldacci. Obviously, I've got some duplicates. Yeah, I might have to do a giveaway. I mean, down the road, I might hang on to a couple of these hardbacks to see and do maybe a giveaway. But yeah, more information will be coming on that. But yeah, I definitely have a few in here that I definitely want to keep, and some others I might do a giveaway on if anyone is interested. If you're interested in possibly getting some Baldacci, let me know. I might do a giveaway down the road. Just say me or Baldacci or I'm interested. But yeah, that is the haul. So let's talk brass tacks. So I paid for Carly's books and my books in one lump sum. She got her half off. I got my half off. So her books, with all of her kids' books for her classroom, all of these books, including the mystery bag, etc., I paid $16. That is it. $16 for all this. An incredible score. I'm super excited. I'm glad for some more Baldacci. I'm incredibly excited about the Three Body Problem books, the Demon Copperhead, more CJ Box, John McDonald. Super excited about the Lee Child short stories. Incredible haul. I hope you all enjoy this first ever daddy-daughter book haul. I'll talk to you later.